My hairdresser asked if I was ready for a big change, and I thought she meant bangs. I walked into this fancy new salon downtown for a simple haircut. I'd been growing my hair for 6 years and it was down to my waist, but I wanted a trim and maybe some bangs. I sat down in the chair and the hairdresser walked over. She looked at my hair with this intense emotional expression and put her hand over her heart. Wow, you are so brave for doing this. I laughed awkwardly because that seemed like a weird thing to say about bangs. She asked if I was ready for a big change and I said yes, assuming we were talking about the same thing. She got tears in her eyes. Actual tears. I just want you to know that you're an inspiration. I had no idea what to say to that, so I just smiled and pulled out my phone to check my messages. She kept talking while she moved around behind me. You're going to feel so free after this. So light. It's really a beautiful thing you're doing. I nodded along while scrolling through Instagram, thinking this woman was really passionate about bangs. My sister had texted me 3 times about her wedding next week, asking if I'd picked up my bridesmaid dress yet. I started typing a response. The hairdresser touched my shoulder gently. I think what you're doing is so powerful. It takes real courage. I looked up and smiled politely, wondering why she was being so dramatic about a haircut. Thanks, I appreciate that. My phone buzzed again. My boss wanted to know if I'd finished the presentation for our meeting on Thursday. I opened my email and started scrolling through the slides I needed to review. The hairdresser kept making small talk while she ran her fingers through my hair. Do you have a good support system? Family and friends who are there for you? I glanced up briefly. Oh yeah, my family's great. She nodded like I'd said something profound. That's so important. You're going to need people around you. I had no idea what she meant by that, but I was distracted by another text from my sister. She'd sent 7 bridesmaid dress options, and they were all hideous. I started scrolling through them, trying to figure out how to tell her I hated all of them without starting a fight. The hairdresser squeezed my shoulder. I'm just so moved by your strength. This is such a big step, and I'm honored to be part of your journey. I mumbled thanks while staring at a purple dress covered in ruffles. I heard her moving around behind me, opening drawers and getting things ready. She took a deep breath. Okay, let's get started then. I felt something cold and vibrating press against the top of my head. I looked up from my phone at the mirror and watched a huge stripe of bare scalp appear where my hair used to be. I screamed and dropped my phone. What are you doing? She jumped back with electric clippers buzzing in her hand. I'm shaving your head, like you asked? I grabbed my head where I could feel cold air on my scalp. I wanted bangs. Just bangs. Her face went completely white. You're not Rebecca, the woman doing the cancer fundraiser? We both started yelling. The receptionist ran over freaking out. Apparently Rebecca had canceled her appointment last minute to shave her head for charity, and nobody told the hairdresser. We have the same first name. The hairdresser kept saying, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, while I stared at my reflection in horror. There was a massive bald stripe right down the center of my head. The hairdresser started hyperventilating. We can't leave it like this. We have to finish or you'll look insane. I sat there sobbing while she shaved the rest of my head. 6 years of growth gone in 10 minutes. The manager came out offering to comp everything and giving me free products I didn't want. The hairdresser was crying harder than I was. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought you knew. All those things I said. I have a huge work presentation in 2 days where I'm trying to get promoted to senior director. My sister's wedding is next weekend and I'm the maid of honor. Every single photo is going to be me with a completely bald head. The manager offered me a free wig from their supply closet, but it looked like something from a dollar store. I drove home crying so hard I had to pull over twice. When I got to my apartment, my boyfriend opened the door and his face went completely white. Oh my god, what happened? Are you sick? I explained the whole nightmare through sobs. He pulled out his phone and looked up the salon, then the hairdresser's name. He found her Instagram and his face changed. He turned the phone toward me and there she was in dozens of photos with my ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend who told me he'd make me regret leaving him. My boyfriend looked at me. Do you think this was actually an accident? I wiped my tears and got back in my car with my boyfriend, ready to drive to that salon. Full story on channel linked below.